In today's video, I'm going to teach you a guide how to create reverse endless auto-scrolling animation in Figma. We're going to build a smooth, seamless, looping animation that scrolls in reverse, moving left without any visible sum. By the end, you'll have a component you can reuse anywhere, drop into a layout, and preview in present mode. I'll walk you through each action, explain why we do it, and share small tips to keep everything crisp and consistent. Start by opening your Figma file and navigating to the page where your images or cards live. Make sure your visuals are already lined up in a single straight row. They can be logos, thumbnails, or any tiles you want to scroll across the screen. Select the entire row, then right-click and choose Frame Selection. Framing does two things for us. It locks the width and height of the area we'll animate, and it gives us a container whose contents we can mask later. If you want to keep things tidy, you can quickly rename this frame, but the key part right now is that everything is inside one frame. With that frame selected, duplicate it. You can use the shortcut or copy and paste, whatever's fastest for you. Now you have two identical frames stacked or side by side, each holding the same row of images. The reason for duplicating is to create a looping pair. One frame is the starting state, and the other becomes the next state the animation transitions to. This is what enables a continuous scroll with no snapback. Click into the second frame and select everything inside it. This is important. We're only moving the content, not the frame itself. With the inner layers selected, move them to the left so that the content appears shifted by exactly the width of one tile sequence, aligning perfectly with the first frame's arrangement. Visually, you want the end of the row in the second frame to match the beginning of the row in the first frame. If snapping feels imprecise, use arrow keys to nudge or check the X positions numerically so both frames align pixel perfectly. This leftward offset is what creates the reverse scroll effect. Next, enable clip content on both frames. Select a frame and toggle clip content in the right sidebar, then do the same for the other frame. Clipping ensures anything that extends outside the frame's bounds won't show, acting like a viewport. This is critical for the illusion of an endless reel because it hides the overflow while we animate the content passing through. With both frames ready, select them together and create a component set. In Figma, this is often labeled Combine as Variants or Create Component Set depending on your UI version. Turning the two frames into a component set gives us two variants we can switch between in prototype mode. This makes the loop cleaner, more modular, and easy to reuse from the assets panel later. Switch to the prototype tab. You'll see a small circular node on the right edge of each variant. Drag from the first variant to the second to create an interaction. Then also connect from the second variant back to the first. We're building a two-way loop, so when one finishes animating, it hands off to the other, and vice versa. Configure the interaction settings. Set the trigger to after delay, so the animation starts automatically without clicking. Use a tiny delay. Set it to 1 millisecond, so it effectively begins right away. For the action, choose Change To, which tells Figma to swap from one variant to the other. For animation, select Smart Animate. This reads the positions of matching layers and calculates the in-between motion. To keep the scroll speed constant, set the easing to linear. Then set the duration to 10,000 milliseconds. This equals 10 seconds for a full pass, which is a slow, elegant pace for most galleries. If your tiles are very wide or you want a faster pass, you can always revisit this value to tune the speed. Repeat those exact interaction settings on the connection in the opposite direction. so both links mirror each other. After delay, 1 millisecond, change to smart, animate, linear, 10,000 milliseconds. Matching both sides ensures the loop never pauses or changes speed when switching variants. Now open the Assets panel. You'll find your new component set there. Drag the component onto your page wherever you want to use it. This step is handy because you can reuse the same animated scroller across multiple frames or mockups without rebuilding anything. If you need different sizes, duplicate the component instance and resize the frame as needed. Just keep the aspect of your tiles in mind so the loop still aligns smoothly. When you're ready to see it in action, run the presentation. Click Present to open the prototype viewer. As soon as it loads, the animation should begin automatically, sliding left in a steady, seamless loop. Watch the seam to confirm it's invisible. If you notice a tiny jump, go back and double check the alignment between the two variants. The positions of matching layers should be consistent so Smart Animate can interpolate perfectly. Also confirm that clip content is enabled on both frames, otherwise overflow can peek out and break the illusion. A couple of quick tips while you fine-tune. If your set looks jittery or layers don't interpolate as expected, make sure corresponding items have the same names in both variants. Smart Animate relies on matching layer names and structures to move elements correctly. For speed adjustments, lower the duration for a faster crawl or increase it for a more relaxed pace. Keep easing at linear for a true conveyor belt feel. And if you ever replace images or add more tiles, update both variants consistently and realign your offset so the start and end still meet cleanly. That's your reverse endless auto-scrolling animation in Figma. 2 aligned frames inside a component set linked with after delay change to interactions, smart animate, linear easing, and a 10-second duration, dragged from assets and previewed in present mode. Once you've set it up the first time, you can duplicate and adapt the component for different sections, themes, or image sets with just a few tweaks. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.